Hey guys, Ultimate Mantoid here, and this is a bit of a special video. Kinda wanted to talk tonight a bit about relationships. Like things that you should, this is of course all opinionated, but things that I think that people should or should not do with relationships during and after. You know, Obviously, I guess maybe a couple key highlights here. Compromise is one of the biggest things in a relationship, because one side can't have all the say-so with, everything that goes on in a relationship. You've got people, obviously you have controlling people, but then, if two people can't meet in the middle, then there's going to be a lot of problems later on down the road. Even if, the two of you get along, eventually one side's going to be fed up of not being able to have their say-so in, on the things that go on in the relationship, Here's a good example of compromise. Let's say one side is like devoutly religious. The religion itself does not matter. But we'll say the guy is like devoutly religious, right? And the girl is, like she's not. She's like an agnostic or she's an atheist, And, the guy wants her to go to church, convert, be religious with him and, do all these other things. And she doesn't want that. She just, she might, maybe he wants her to go to church and completely convert. Maybe she's willing to go to church but not completely convert, just to please him, meeting in the middle. If he wants to continue to push the issue, like wanting her to, just, if he keeps pushing the issue, religion's a big thing, it's gonna drive a wedge in the middle of the relationship and there's gonna be problems, flat out, there's going to be, it's kind of like, let's see, I would want to compare it to ordering a pizza with two people, except you can get those in half and half, whatever. Maybe, another good one, like types of movies or who picks the movies. The guy might like horror movies and the girl might like a romance or a cheesy girl flick, or something. One night out, they can go see the horror movie together, and the next night out, they can go see the cheesy girl flick. It's all about compromise. And without it, a relationship is usually, not always, but usually doomed somewhere down the road when it starts to, the conflict becomes rather huge. Another one, obviously, if you're going to cheat on your significant other, then why are you with your boyfriend or girlfriend in the first place, If you're going to cheat on them, just break up with them right then and there and just be flat out, just be like, I don't love you like I used to, I love this other person more. Even if it's painfully true and the other person is not going to be happy, then the other person is probably still going to have more respect for you for breaking up with them instead of cheating on them, I'm sure. At least that's how I would see it. Of course, this is all subject to differences of opinion and, mind frames and, just how people were raised. And if you do, break up with, let's say you do break up with your girlfriend, you're the guy and you do break up with your girlfriend. I know most of my viewers right now are male, so we'll go with that. So yeah, you break up with your girlfriend and, she really wanted to be with you, and she was willing to do almost anything to have you. And, you two get into a fight over something, and, all of a sudden, she's really depressed because she would have done anything to work it out, but you just didn't feel like you wanted to put the effort in there, You didn't even want to compromise, but she was willing to, give everything up. Make sure that the person that you just broke up with is going to be okay. Like, you may think you know somebody, but when certain things happen in to a person or in a person's life, it can influence their behavior or their mindset, and it may change them just a little bit. Like, let's see. You break up with your girlfriend, and you knew that she sort of seemed like she was maybe a sad sort of individual, but not like maybe a little depressed, but something that you could have easily gone around and worked out between the two of them, maybe found a way to make her happier, and you leave her, and then all of a sudden you just completely cold turkey stop talking to her, and she keeps trying to contact you, and next thing you know, she's like killed herself, or she ends up in like a hospital somewhere sick, and all she wanted was for you to come by, and of course this all depends on how the breakup happened. If it's a mutual go fuck yourself from both sides, then obviously this doesn't apply. But if the relationship kind of ended, one side still wanted more, but the other side didn't want it anymore, it's a good idea to check on the other person that you're talking, that you were dating or whatever, just to make sure that they're going to be okay, and make sure that they're able to move on. And if not, then you need to help that person be able to move on, so that you yourself can fully move on with your life, with your relationships, And I guess maybe the last thing I wanted to touch up on, there's a fine balance that has to be made between keeping yourself happy, keeping your significant other happy. You kind of got to weigh the two options, and you got to try to balance them. It's like a scale. You have to be happy with the relationship. The other person has to be happy with the relationship. If both of you, or one of you, is not happy, then there's going to be a lot of problems, obviously, because this is going to end up leading into, the fighting. And it may not even, the relationship, compromising and things like that, that may be going fine and dandy, maybe the happiest couple in the world, as far as doing things and working things out. But if there's just something missing, both sides need to be able to listen to each other. One side can't be happy, and the other side be miserable and still think that it's a happy relationship, Sure, you may both love each other, but there has to be, this fine line of just overall satisfaction and happiness with everything that is going on in the relationship, And I can't really think of much else to add, but I just wanted to brush up, no, not brush up, just wanted to, I guess, ramble a little bit. So, yeah, hope y'all have enjoyed this, and y'all are free to, leave your opinions or whatever down in the bottom, obviously. And please keep your comments intelligent, and I'll love to have an intelligent conversation back with you. So we will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.